There is a habitation built by the living God for all of every nation who seek that grand abode, a city with foundations firm as the eternal throne, nor wars nor desolations shall ever move a stone. O Zion, Zion, I long thy gates to see. O Zion, Zion.
Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. My name is Brandon Hathaway, and I'm the preacher here at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky, and I want to thank you for joining me today as we open up the Bible and study the Word of God. Today we're in Exodus chapter 33, and we're picking up after, of course, they have made the golden calf. Moses come down from the mountain. He's getting onto him, of course. And so here's a continuation somewhat on the stuff that is taking place as all that had happened. And so here, Exodus 33, and looking at verses 4 through 6, it says, when the people heard this disastrous word, they mourned, and no one put on his ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, say to the people of Israel, you are a stiff-necked people. If for a single moment I should go up among you, I would consume you. So now take off your ornaments, that I may know what to do with you. Therefore the people of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments from Mount Horeb onward. And so as you continue to read, it'll talk about Moses and the Lord speaking as friends, as face to face. The people, of course, had to take that off. And so some details there. And of course, Moses ends up asking it to be able to see the glory of God. And God explains how that's going to work. That he could not see God's face, but rather that he'll cover his eyes and put him in a certain spot. And he'll get to see part of his glory as he's able to see the back of our God. But as you look here, again, it's just to me speaks how much God made us like him. So many people get caught up in saying, well, isn't that too human for God when we talk about maybe his anger, God is a jealous God. And, again, just so many things, characteristics that we might say. And we want to say they're aspects as humans. And again, because we are human and them are aspects we have, them are characteristics we have. But the truth of it is we were made in the image of God. We're made like Christ, made like God. And so therefore, when we see that these are characteristics of our God, they're actually God-like characteristics that we have because God's made us in his image. God has made us like him. And here's one of the points that I see in which we could take wise advice for is God made the point of, look, if I were to come among you at this time and moment because of the anger that is within him right now, and a righteous anger, right? Because they had forsaken him. They made an idol out of the gold that they had. God is the one that allowed them to be able to get, because when they left Egypt, God gave favor to them, and the way that they had left, they were able to ask their neighbors for the stuff, and they gave it to them. And so we look at the situation here that God was jealous and mad and angry because they weren't doing right. They were giving themselves over to idols, and to that point of us being the bride of Christ. And so Israel kind of is that bride at this time and point. And they've cheated on God with an idol, with a golden calf that they made with their own hands. And so he says, if I were to be among you right now, I would consume you all. I would destroy you all. And so for this time and point, please take off your ornaments. I'm not going to come in your presence. I'm going to speak with Moses alone at this time and point. And sometimes we need that time space ourselves that we can't, if I were among them right now, and so we need time to cool down. We need time to figure out how to handle the situation. And that's almost how I read this here is God saying, so I can find out what to do with you there, that I may know what to do with you. If I were to act without Moses sitting here saying, don't do this, if I were to act right now, you'd be done. And so sometimes we need to take that breather and take the moment to rest and rethink the situation. And it's, again, not that these people are not getting any kind of punishment, but it's not as bad of the punishment that they truly deserve to have. And so anyways, that's my food for thought for the day. I appreciate you joining me. As I look at the video, it looks like it's kind of been glitchy, and so I apologize for that. Hopefully the audio is working well. I thank you for joining me. If I'm able to assist, please let me know if you need anything. And if the Lord is willing, I will